Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to, for the first time, the defending champion San Francisco Giants as we get ready to defend our crown. And why is this really quiet? Am I not getting audio? No, I'm getting audio. Interesting. All right. I don't know why I can't hear myself. Volume's turned up there. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. I can see audio. I'm not going to worry about it. So it is March 22nd as we get ready to take on the defense of our crown. Our second 100-win season last year. We've now made the playoffs 6 straight seasons, 7 out of 8. We have our first World Series title. Financially, we're in pretty good shape. We got a little bit of money to play with this year. We got a little bit next season. They dropped our scouting and development, so I think we might try to spend this season maybe making a little money. We've got a handful of contracts that are expensive. Harrison, Yamamoto, Lewis, Wyatt Langford, who we signed in the offseason, Jet Williams. My hope is that Langford plays well these 2 seasons and then opts out. And then we don't have to pay this. Yamamoto is going to start to become an issue. I don't know that we can afford to pay 2 pitchers, a total of $80 million. We will need to start filling in with some prospects, and they're getting there. So they are. We do have some prospects that are getting there. Offensively, they're still a little bit a ways off. It's our pitching staff that is going to help us kind of moving forward, I think. But that's not for this season. So we're at 40 players. We got to get down to 26. We have 20 pitchers on our roster. Kernan, Nelson, Rubik, Maldonado, Wiggins, Rangel we just traded for. They can all go down to AAA. So that leaves us with 15, so we still got to send 2 more down to the minors. Cameron Johnson, we picked up in a trade. Cisneros. Let me shut that off so you don't hear the beeping. I think our pitching staff takes a bit of a step backwards this season. We're gonna roll with Shamel Burgess. We're gonna give him a shot here. See how he starts off the season. Or do we? We signed Cole Reagans as a. If we make him a starter, he probably drops to 55, right? Yeah, 55, 50, 45. Yeah, we may as well. May as well go with Burgess and see how things go. Campbell, I mean, he's been good. Last year he was almost perfect in the second half of the season. But I think he might be the one to go. I mean, this saves us a couple $1 million. Saves us a couple $1 million. I mean, can we get somebody on a minor league contract that at least has a tiny bit of upside? How about Phil Evans? No, I mean, if we're going to get a minor leaguer here, it's not going to be anybody of real substance, I don't think. But what about Chris Culp? You want 36-year-old Bobby Dahlbeck? All right. This saves us $2.5 million. Well, Culp is also making the minimum, which is kind of not what I wanted, but I mean, at least there's some upside here with the ground ballness. Like, it's pretty bad, truth be told. Let's do it this way. I don't want to spend a ton of time trying to trade a 34-year-old reliever, but if we can get any sort of actual prospect for him. Montoya's hurt. Brand actually looks pretty good. I don't know why he's only rated a 45. It's interesting. Danny Martin. No. I'm just looking. I mean, ultimately I'll take him for that reliever in AAA if I can't find somebody else here. Pete Ferguson, will you do that? It's a Rule 5 guy. Cool. All right. We're going to trade for Pete Ferguson. He's 25 years old, ground ball pitcher, high work ethic. We'll stick him in AAA. That is fine. It gives us some depth. It clears $3 million off of our books, which is important. All right. So where did that guy go? Oh, Bobby Huff. Where did this come from? Okay. I see you. Disable AI promotion. And who are our catchers in AAA? Yeah, I mean, we are stacked at the catcher position. We might have to do something about that. Use some of that to our advantage. Where did that pitcher go? Where did that pitcher go? He's right there. All right, let's stick him in AAA. All right. So we still have to send one more pitcher down. I think it'll be. We got Joe Walker and Cole Reagan, so I think it will be Cameron Johnson. All right, 5-man rotation. Yeah, our bullpen, our starters aren't quite as good as they were previously. I think obviously we're still pretty good on the top end. Back end isn't quite as good. So what I want to do is reduce the hook on Harrison, and reduce the hook on Yamamoto. Let's go there. And Harrison, I think I want to bump that up almost as high as it can go. I want to go there with Harrison. And then the other ones I think we can leave in the middle. I think we'll keep Burgess's pitch count at 100. And we'll run with this as our starting pitching staff. Yeah, that saved us a little bit of money, which is nice. Saved us about $3 million this year, which will be helpful. And then we still got to send 7 batters to the minors. All right, so Jake Thorpe, Pinellas, Igwe. It's been a while since I've played, so I don't remember. Pinellas. Okay, who is Chris Hernandez? We got him from Milwaukee. For who? Mena, right. We traded Mena. Right. For Cooper Pratt and Mena. Right. That is right. Okay. Egan's, I mean, he's good defensively. I think he'll start in AAA. He'll probably be the replacement for Jaden Stroman. Bolivar, AAA. What does that leave us? 27. We have one more down. I kind of want to stick with Pinellas just because I don't really have a. No, Hartman can be our right. He's got a bat. He's got a good bat. Yeah, I don't care about Pinellas. Does anybody want him? Nobody wants him. It's fine. We can just DFA him. So we got a lot of good catching prospects. Hanaway, not a great arm, but good bat. Bobby Huff, same thing. Good bat, not a great arm, but really good defensively. He's 25 already, though. We got Pacheco down in A-ball. AAA, we've got Parker and Thorpe. Maybe those are the 2 guys we try to trade. Can we get anybody? Anybody want Parker and Thorpe? Because I can just move all of our catchers up a level. No, really, nobody wants them. Interesting. Yeah, that doesn't help me. All right. So we're at 26. I'm going to set our lineups. All right. So batting ratings. Our leadoff hitter, Jet Williams. Our number 2 hitter is Shawnuel. Our number 3 hitter will be Wyatt Langford. And all of a sudden, we're a right-handed heavy team. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. It's just surprising. Cuevas will bat 4th. Lewis will bat 5th, right? Royce Lewis batting 5th. Is that what I want to do? Sure, I guess. Raffaello will bat 6th. We go Claus batting 7th. How Pratt's good defensively on the infield. Can he play the outfield? No. All right, he'll be my backup corner infielder. So then we'll go Urena hitting 7th. Who's my DH? Do we stick Cooper Pratt at first? I think we do. So Cooper Pratt will bat 8th. He'll be the first baseman. Shawnuel will be our DH, and then Kalaz will bat 9th. I want Hartman as my main pinch hitter against righties. Yep. So Williams, Shawnuel, Langford, Cuevas, Lewis, Rafael, Urena, Pratt, and Kalaz. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the 8-9. But 1 through 7 looks fine, I think. Stroman at second once a week. Pratt will back up at third once a week. Mullinax, and he's not particularly good, but we can get him a start in left once a week or something. Copy the lineup. Paste it. We want to move Shawnuel down at all? No, we'll leave him in the 2-hole. Depth charts, and I think we're good there. Yeah, I don't want Hartman as... Oh, we got Boston Kellner who can also hit. I forgot about that. Yeah, not particularly well, but we've now got Kellner and Hartman both out there to give us a little bit of two-way flexibility. All right, let's go ahead and sim up to opening day. As we look to defend our crown. We'll take a quick look at the minors and make sure we've got people in the right position before we get started. We should reach the playoffs. Top 100 prospects. We got number 10 in David Padilla. Our minor league system is ranked 6th overall. Padilla's 10th. Flores 39. Fennel 52. Furr 57. Harrington 67. All right, cool. All right, so anybody we want to call up from AA to AAA. Yeah, Lammers probably needs to be in AAA. Hanaway probably needs to be in AAA. Anybody we want to move from... No, we're going to let Barrera get a start in high A just because he hasn't, but he won't be in A-ball very long. Tim Cobb, he needs to start in high A. Yeah, we made most of these moves last year, I think. Yeah, I think we made most of these moves last year. Fennel, he's going to start in A-ball just because he wasn't particularly good last year. Furr is going to start there. Need to start seeing something out of Harrington. Oof, it's starting to get concerning. Santillan, we'll let him get the start this season in rookie ball or in the DSL, but probably won't be long for there. Same thing with Padilla. We'll see how the season starts for him. Dave Cook. Why is he in the DSL? We'll disable the AI promotion, put him there. Go ahead and do that. It evens out the lineups a little bit, sends some of our minor league free agents to AA, but that's fine. I don't want Chris Hernandez there. I want Chris Hernandez right there. All right. So we got Atlanta on opening day. Waivers? Anybody interesting here? Chase Burns wasn't particularly good. Old friend Gage Jump bouncing around a little bit. Still pretty good ratings. I don't mind the 40 control with the high movement, ground ball, couple of good pitches. We don't need him right now, but I don't mind that type of potential. Ezekiel Duran, nope. Got some decent players on waivers right now. We don't need any of them. Some decent players on waivers. All right, we got Atlanta. So we will play opening day, and then I will sim to the beginning of May, just like we normally do. So let's go ahead and jump in. So they got Jacob Marcy batting leadoff, Nacho Alvarez Jr. batting second, Ronald Acuna Jr. batting third, Elvis Martinez, Dan Figgins. I wonder if that's Chone's kid. I doubt it, but Michael Harris, Willie Adames, Matt Olson, Josh Edmondson, and Taj Bradley. So their starting pitcher is 13-8 last season. For us, it's Jet Williams, Shawnuel, Langford, Cuevas, Lewis, Rafaela, Urena, Pratt, Kalaz, with Kyle Harrison on the mound. So day one, game one, as we look to defend our trophy. All right, we're at home. Kyle Harrison, as the camera stops making me sick. It's a ground ball to the first baseman, one up, one down. A walk to Nacho. Ball gets away. Alvarez to second. He strikes out Acuna and strikes out Martinez. So a walk and 2 strikeouts in the first. Taj Bradley against Jet Williams is ball 4. Shawnuel strikes out. Langford's first at bat with us is a fly out to center. And Cuevas grounds out to short. I thought that was going to be an infield hit, but a nice play by our shortstop. Michael Harris strikes out. And Willie Adames walks. So 2 walks, 3 strikeouts through a couple of innings for Harrison. Lewis leads off. Lewis, now the longtime San Francisco Giant, picks up the first hit of the year. Single to right. Leadoff variety. Ceddanne Rafaela will fly out to center. Urena. And Lewis steals second. There we go. 2-2 on Urena. Pop up on the right side. First baseman will, nope, second baseman will call him off. So runner at second, 2 outs for Pratt. And he rolls out to first. Stranded runner in scoring position. Should be a fly out to right. It is. Marcy grounds out to second. So my season starts in 8 days. I cannot wait. Friday, May 10th, 6:30 p.m. start, as we will be taking on the Gary South Shore Railcats, excuse me. Chicago and Gary separated by about an hour, 3 hours depending on traffic. So we get Gary Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we go up to Oconomowoc, Wisconsin to take on the Lake Country Dockhounds. Beautiful ballpark. Bandbox. A lot of offense up in Lake Country, but it should be fun. And there's a diving catch. Two on with 2 outs. And that's a ground out to the second baseman. Oh, and they turn in. There was only 1 out, but they grounded into a double play, so that'll work. Harrison's walking a little too many for my liking here on opening day, but getting the job done. Langford strikes out. Cuevas grounds out. And Lewis. Only 2 hits in the game, both by Royce Lewis. Two pitch to Adames. Don't walk him again. He strikes him out. He's going to walk Matt Olson, though. Yep. Strikes out, I think that's Edmondson. Ground ball to the first baseman. So 5 hitless so far for Harrison. We haven't done anything offensively either, so it doesn't matter. Pratt strikes out. Kalaz grounds out. So we go in order in the 5th as well. Harrison has thrown 76 pitches through 5. He's walked 4. He struck out 6. 1 out. Two outs. Throwing a lot of pitches. That was, I think, 3 straight full counts. I don't know that he's going to go further than 6. The leadoff double for Jet Williams. It is. Excellent. Shawnuel. And that should get the first run home as Shawnuel punches it into right field. RBI double. We're up 1-0. Langford's hit by the pitch. Cuevas now 2 on, nobody out. Fly out. There's another fly out. So we get 3 straight hits, and then that's it, I think. Yep, that'll be a fly out as well. All right, so we get 3 straight hits, two doubles, back-to-back doubles. Yeah, Harrison's still out there, 94 pitches. He's got Figgins. Grounded to third, 1 out. Michael Harris runs out to the first baseman. And Adames. And there it is. There goes the no-hitter with 2 outs in the 7th. That's a bummer. All right, so 7 innings, a 1-hit ball for Harris. And the question is, can we get enough runs, or is he going to get saddled with another no decision? Urena is 0 for 2. We just keep hitting pop-up after pop-up after pop-up to their outfielders. See? Actually, I think that's going to land. No, it's going to be caught. Kalaz. Harrison's still out there, or do they go with somebody else? No, it's going to be Christian Little here in the 8th against Edmondson. Strikeout. Fly out to right. And Nacho Alvarez with a 2-out single. Acuna to left. That'll do it. Bottom of the 8th. I'd love another run here, guys. Would love maybe one month. They bring in Mason Miller. Old friend Mason Miller. Gives up a hit to Jet Williams to get the inning started. Ball gets away. That'll send him to second. That's huge. Three-2 to Shonowell. Grounds it to the right side. I'll take it. Moves the runner to third. Now we just need Langford to bring him home. They bring the infield in. He lines out to the pitcher. Cuevas needs a 2-out hit. Cuevas gets a 2-out hit. That's a 2-run. Oh, he makes the catch at the wall. Are you kidding? The leaping catch at the wall, robbing Cuevas of a 2-run homer. Wow. Joe Walker here against Orelvis Martinez. Lead off single. Yep. 3-2 pitch to Figgins. Strikes him out. Ball gets away. Runner in scoring position. Strikeout. Can he get Adames, or is Adames going to tie the score? It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And we get the 1-0 shutout on opening day. Royce Lewis 2 hits, Jet Williams 2 hits, Shonowell with the only RBI of the game. Harrison goes 7, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Little pitches a scoreless inning. Walker pitches a scoreless inning, and we get the victory 1-0 on opening day. So that's that. I am now going to sim up to May 1st. We'll come back. We'll do May together. See you in a minute. All right, we are back at May 1st. We're currently in second place, 21-14. We are a game behind Arizona. Offensively, we've been fine. You can see we're 4th in the league in runs scored. I mean, we're 4th in pitching too. So I mean, technically we've been fine from a pitching perspective as well. But it's been a little off. Like Kyle Harrison hasn't been quite Kyle Harrison. You can see that BABIP's pretty high, so I expect him to be fine. Yeah, so I mean, overall, it's fine. It's still early. I'm not really worried about anything. Cuevas is having just an unbelievable season. 336, 409, 605 in the month of April, and really our first draft pick that's truly making an impact. Right, he's been great. Royce Lewis continues to just do Royce Lewis things. He's in his his 7th season with us. Jet Williams having a nice season, 429. OBP, no home runs yet this year. Home runs, he had 12 last year? Yeah. Wyatt Langford, average is a little light at 236, but 11 home runs already, 25 knocked in. Shonowell giving us another 900 OPS season, really good. Yeah, you can see a lot of OPS is north of 100. I did make the decision to make Danny Guerrero our starting catcher. My reasoning behind that was the Sarah. You can see for Danny Guerrero, it's 2.87, and for Engelth Urena, it's 4.3. So I made the decision to go with the better defensive catcher, help our pitching staff a little bit, and he's hitting. I mean, it's paid off so far, and he is the catcher of the future, right? I mean, like Urena's nice, but he's sort of a, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like a unique piece to have, right? Like a catcher who can hit home runs, but I'm going with the defensive guy. Rafaela having a good season. Cooper Pratt, he's been all right. Striking out way too much. He struck out 42 times. Yeah, I mean, he's not a starting first baseman. I would rather have him as my backup, but I don't really have another option right now. So there is an option on the trade block, but it's not one we can currently trade for. Actually, it doesn't look like he's on the block anymore. I was going to see about trading for, who was it? What's his name? Can't think of his name. He used to play for us. Kyle Manzardo. Looks like the Red Sox took him off the block. Anyway. So we'll run with what we have for now. I'm not terribly worried about first base. I mean, we can find a bat, I'm sure, that will that will get it done, like Arabito Hernandez. But again, he's another righty. Wouldn't mind a. Can't believe I'm about to say this. Wouldn't mind a left-handed hitting bat. Nick Pratto looks okay. So I mean, I think there will be options. I'm not, and really anybody can play first, right? Xavier Isaac. I mean, I wouldn't mind Isaac if he wasn't making $19 million. Because we only have 6. So if you retained 75% of it, okay. So we could make this work. He's not a very good first baseman, but against lefties he can rake, or against righties he can rake. All right, so what do we do to make this work then, I guess? Casanova. Now this is where we can start to use some of those catching prospects, I think. So it's not going to take much. Eichstad. Go Eichstad. I don't care. Oh, wait. Going the wrong way. To get them to retain everything, I would need to add, what about 90%? Hernandez you can't have. I just want to make sure we maintain a little bit of flexibility. Huff and Hanaway. Those are the 2 catching prospects. Huff, Lammers, Mullinax, Cheryl. Is this the time to do this? I'm just trying to get them to retain as much as possible to ensure that flexibility, right? So what if we go 95? Who is this? Eli Wagler, 7th round pick in 2030 is too good defensively for me to just give up on. All right, what about 90? 90 should be enough, right? Cool. You want David Herrera? All right, so Casanova was a third baseman who can't really field, and he isn't hitting in rookie ball. Dan Wright is one of our first round draft picks, and he just could never figure it out. And then Medell was a scouting discovery, and Herrera is just filler. And in return, we're going to get Xavier Isaac, who isn't hitting particularly well this year, but make him our DH, make Sean Noel our first baseman. He can steal some bases. Let's go ahead and complete that deal. Why are we on the Red Sox? So that means who goes to the minors? Mullinax is actually hitting 65, 70, 55. 60, 60, 65. So Blyce is still the better defensive player. So I think Mullinax goes to the minors. Isaac comes up. We make Isaac our DH. Make Sean Noel our first baseman. Move everybody down 1. And then we'll stick with Pratt as our first baseman against lefties, because Isaac isn't as good against lefties. All right. So let's get to Simmons. We got Pittsburgh today, and it's a 6-0 victory behind Kyle Harrison. Lewis 2 for 4. Cuevas 3 more hits. Calaz hits a home run. Harrison goes 7 shutout. The Cubs today, 11-7 win. Isaac with his first home run. Sean Noel, Isaac, Cuevas, Langford all go deep. Yamamoto doesn't pitch well, but the bullpen does. Seven 6 loss. 10-6 win. Yeah, the offense has been really good. Pitching staff's still a little janky, but Offense doing really well. Isaac with another home run. So 4 for 13 with a couple of home runs here in the early going. We still have a lot. I don't want to say a lot of money, but we still have money to play with to improve our pitching if we need to. Kellner gets the win. Cisneros the save. And now we got San Diego. Shamel Burgess pitches well, gets the loss. We went 2-1. I don't think Harrison got the win. No, we scored 2 in the 7th. Harrison went 6 1/3, struck out 13. Neely and Walker. Shonowell with his 10th. Keep on trucking. 26-16 now. Yamamoto's got that ERA south of 4. Langford 2 hits and an RBI. Raffaella 2 hits and an RBI. Yamamoto goes 6. Colorado now. And we lose Danny Guerrero for 6. Does that say pneumonia? Oh, sports hernia. Okay. Raffaella 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Langford 2 hits. Williams 2 hits. Halling gets hit pretty hard, but our bullpen does their job. And we have to now call up a catcher, and that'll be Bobby Hanaway. It'll be Bobby Hanaway, and we're going to stick him right into the lineup. It's a lot of day-to-day injuries. I'm not crazy about that, truth be told. Not crazy about that, truth be told, but we will persevere, as they say. All right, so we got Black on the mound. They have Birdsong, who's a former Giant. And again, we're giving up a lot of runs, but we are scoring more. So Isaac is 10 for 30 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs in 8 games. Cuevas hitting .360. Bobby Hanaway goes deep in his big league debut. Black doesn't pitch deep into the game. Hartman and Rangel don't do their job, but we managed to pick up the victory either way. Burgess today, and we win 9-8. So again, another really high-scoring game. Langford with 5 RBIs. Hanaway with a double. Oh, Burgess, did he get hurt? An abdominal strain. All right, so Neely. Our pitching staff was, Kellner didn't do well, walked 3. But Cisneros was good. Little got the win. A win's a win, but we are taxing our bullpen, that is for sure. All right, we got Atlanta. Taj Bradley against Kyle Harrison in a rematch of opening day. We lose 6-0. Yamamoto with a 10-2 win. Isaac with another home run. Urena, Langford, Shonowell, all homer. Yamamoto goes 6 1/3. I like seeing Hartman and Kellner out there doing it. They're not pitching great, but they're at least giving us some innings. And Hartman looks like he can continue to get better. Stuff continues to get better, but gives us some back of the rotation or back of the bullpen kind of cheap arms. All right, Howling today. So we win 2 out of 3 in Atlanta. Kellner with a home run. There we go. 3 RBIs for Sadan. Royce Lewis drives in a couple. Halling pitches 6 innings of 1 unearned run baseball. All right, Mason Black now against Las Vegas. We lose 6-4 in 12. We win 6-2 here behind Burgess. Went 5 innings, 2 runs. I'll take it. Reagans, Neely. Lewis goes 4 for 4. Langford. Yeah, the hope is that he plays well through 2 seasons and then opts out. Or alternatively, we finally get that bump to our budget that we've been waiting on, and we can afford him. Harrison gets the win. He's 5-2. Shonowell 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. Williams has his average at 308. Harrison goes 8, striking out 10. We got the Dodgers. How is Spencer Strider these days? Well, I mean, it's dipped. I mean, he's down to 85 to 87. That's something. Yamamoto against Strider. We lose 4-2. We lose 7-5. Let's not get swept by the Dodgers. We don't. We win the final game 9-5. So it looks like Black gave up 5 and 4 2/3, but Kellner, Reagans, and Little. Cuevas homers, Jet Williams homers twice, Langford homers, Rafaela homers. Hanaway banging 342 since we called him up. I mean, do we really just go? Do we potentially move Urena once Guerrero is back? I don't know. We've got some options for sure. Burgess against Philly. It's a 4-3 loss. We lose Kalaz for 4 to 5 weeks. It's not a surprise. I was pushing him, given how much he was injured, and I was just pushing. Devin, do we give Lammers a shot here? I think we go back to Mullinax, or do we? Lammers not a bad fielder, and he's hitting really well. We're going to give Devin Lammers a shot. 40 man's full. All right, fine. Alexis Rubik can be DFA'd. And Lammers will come up, and he won't play center. That'll go to Rafaela. He can play right. And then Blyce can come in and play center field against lefties. All right. Now Kyle Harrison against Andrew Painter today. So we got an ace battle. We win 7-1. Lammers goes 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI in his debut. Jet Williams with another home run. Harrison goes 7, strikes out 14. Yamamoto again picks up the 4-0 victory. Xavier Isaac making me look like a genius so far. 932 OPS, 5 homers, 16 RBIs in 20 games. Lewis 2 hits and an RBI. Yamamoto goes 7 shutout. Five 3 win. Langford with 3 hits. Rafaela, that average down to 230. I don't love that. Blyce, Rafaela, Pratt, all homer. Holling goes 7 1/3, gives up just 3 hits. Mason Black today picks up his 3rd win of the season and a 4-0 victory. Lammers with a 3-run homer. All right, we're starting to get some contributions from some of our draftees. He was a 10th round pick just a couple of years ago, and he's already in the majors. Yeah, I mean, Lammers was one of our guys. Hartman was one of our guys. Mason Black technically was one of our guys. We traded him and then brought him back. Burgess, he's looking for a snow. He gets hit hard again. Might have to do something about number 5 starter role. I don't know that he is ready this season. All right, big series here. Old friend Kyle Hurt against Kyle Harrison. We beat them 10-3. So do we have a starting pitcher who's getting it done in AAA? Mason Adams, who we signed as a minor league free agent, is getting it done. Furness has been good, but again, he's not ready. Maldonado has been good. I don't think he's ready. Maybe Staley. I think we go Bobby Staley. Yep. All right, so Shamel Burgess will go down. Bobby Staley also has to be put on the 40-man. Sawyer Farr can be DFA'd. Staley will come up. I didn't realize he had jumped like that. So we will go to Bobby Staley. He was our second round pick in 2030. Numbers haven't been, the numbers have been fine. 373 BABIP. I'm not worried about it. All right, so we win the first game 10-3. We get 3 hits from Langford, Cuevas, Lewis. Lammers homers twice. Royce Lewis homers twice. We hit 6 home runs in the first game. Game 2. We lose 5-2 and 10. And now the final game of the month. All right, we finished 40-23 with a 4-3 victory. Langford 3 for 4. Raffaella has a couple of RBIs. Halling doesn't make it out of 5. Reagans gets the win. All right, I'll take it. I'll take a 40-23 start. We were 19-9 in the month. Offensively, Cuevas, our offense is good. We've finally put together a solid offense, as Lammers has half a WAR in just 6 games, 3 homers, 9 RBIs in just 6 games. Some of our guys are starting to break through. Cuevas, Lammers, Hanaway, Kellner, and Hartman are our guys too. So starting to see some of our players break through, which is nice to see. No complaints about the offense whatsoever, except maybe Cooper Pratt, but now that he's in a backup position and only batting against lefties, I'm not really worried about it. Would like to see Sadan hit a little bit better. Team options for the next 2 seasons. Only $7 million, so I'm not terribly worried about it. And then pitching wise, we're fine. Harrison, Yamamoto, Halling, Black. I'm not going to add a pitcher. We're just going to run with Staley. He's going to be better than anybody we're going to bring up. Maybe a bullpen arm, maybe, because our bullpen has been it's been fine, but it hasn't been as good as it has in the past. But that's maybe something I'll do in June, something we'll do in July. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We are 3 games up as we look to defend our crown. Next episode will be the draft and the trade deadline. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.